Hello YouTube, welcome back to our channel. I hope everybody's having an amazing, blessed day. So today I'm bringing you a video of something that I'm super excited to work on. It's something that I have been wanting to do since we got married, in the whole wedding planning process. So during the wedding planning process, you get contacted, by many vendors. You give your email and they all send you a bunch of stuff and they all want your money. So I was contacted by several companies that they specialize in bouquet preservation, to preserve your bouquet. And I was like, wow, that is amazing. It's such a beautiful thing to keep and remember from your wedding day. But what was not amazing was the price. They're super expensive. They're like $300, $400, $500. And I was like, yeah, no, we are not doing that. So I was like, well, maybe I can make it myself, in true fashion of a DIY bride. And I found many videos that show you how to preserve flowers, how to preserve your bouquet, how to frame them. And I came across 3 different methods. So I did use a combination of all 3 methods. The first method is basically you need to press the flowers. So you need to press the flowers in between something heavy. So usually you lay out the flower in between parchment paper and then you press it in a book, and you can stand on the book or you can stack other heavy things on top of the book. And that takes about 2 to 3 weeks because you want the flower to dry completely, be completely dehydrated. So that definitely takes its time. And let's be honest, your girl didn't have patience for all of that. So I did that maybe for like 7 to 10 days. And I was so curious. So many videos were like, no, do not open it. Like, just let the flower be pressed. But I was like, no, I'm trying to see how this flower is looking pressed. So basically, after I did that for 7 to 10 days, I was like, this is not looking as I saw in the other videos, like how it's supposed to look like when it's pressed, because though I did not wait 3 weeks. So I was like, well, let me try and combine it with the other methods that I saw. So the other methods where you can microwave the flowers, so about like 10 seconds at a time. You don't want it to cook completely. You just want to like little by little like evaporate, dry up the water that it's in it. And then the other method was you keep it in the parchment paper and then you iron it, very low temperatures. The whole point is not to burn it. So I did a combination of all 3, and my pressed flowers look interesting. I'm definitely going to show you. They are already pressed because this has been, 2 to 3 weeks in the making. And it's funny because after I did all those 3 methods, we went on our honeymoon, and I could have waited 3 weeks, but I didn't want to. And we've been married a month and a half now, so they could have been pressed correctly, but here we are. So basically I bought these shadow frames from Michael's. They're 12 by 12, and actually got them in a 2-pack for $14.99. I was looking on Amazon shadow boxes, and they were like $30 for one, and I was like, okay, well, that's a little pricey, but I guess that's the price. And we got our frame for our seating chart, which I ended up using to frame one of our wedding photos at Michael's. So I remember, okay, Michael sells frames. Let me look online. Let me see what they have. And then I guess it was a sale. I'm not sure, but I'm going to link it in the description below. 2 shadow boxes for $14.99. So I was like, yes, I love the deals. I love the steals. So here we are. This is what it looks like. This is the paper that comes inside of it. So it's a 12 by 12 display case. This is the display case. And while at Michael's, I picked up these, they sell these individual sheets of paper for like $1 or so. And this is also a 12 by 12. And it's this just shiny metallic. I think that would be such a cute backdrop for the arrangement. So my plan is the following. I'm going to show you what the flowers looked after I pressed them. I'm going to lay them out on the paper, just see how I want it to look like. And then I'm going to take it all out, and I'm going to use my glue gun and just, glue a little bit onto the paper. So when I put it in the frame, it doesn't kind of like tip over. and yeah, we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. So as we can see, this did not turn out as planned. The roses, they just got very dark. They were white and pink, and some of them had mold on it. So I don't know what I did wrong, but the good thing is I was able to save some of the petals. So here are the petals that I was able to save, and the greenery that was part of the bouquet. Also the pampas that was part of the bouquet, the baby's breath. And what I did is I'm just gonna add some of the elements that I had on my cake. So that was the cake decoration, and I'm just going to go ahead and incorporate that into the frame. Before gluing anything, I just laid everything out just to get a rough idea of what I wanted the frame to look like. This is a rough draft of what the frame was going to look like. I did end up going with something a little bit different, but just sit back and vibe with me. Check it out. It's looking a little bit different than the rough draft. As I was putting it together, I decided to go ahead with the crown of baby's breath around the frame, because for my wedding day I had a crown of baby's breath on my hair, and as I was putting the rose petals around the frame, I just felt like it was a little bit too dark, but I am super happy with how it came out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to just leave us a comment. Take care.